Hello everybody, as they said, my name is Juan. I'm here representing Boa Mistura. We are a urban art collective. We came from Graffiti and we develop our work basically on the streets of many times worldwide. Who we are? Well, this is Pablo, he's graphic designer, Javi, he's architect, Ruben is civil engineer, and Pablo, he's illustrator. We all grown up in the same neighborhood and started painting graffiti. And here I wanted to show you a little bit of what we do. Madrid, we love you in colors. That's a series of walls we started painting in Madrid. Madrid had got a strong problematic about tax and bombing and vandal activism. And what happens is that the government and the mayors always, they clean everything. Well, clean, they cover everything and they paint it in gray, with the gray brigades, we call it. So what we start doing is working in gray, as the government do, covering all these huge walls with another layer of gray over gray, in order to throw to the city positive messages like life could be in pink color, or Madrid, we love you in colors, as a response about what's going on a city that they don't want any message, or they don't want people expressing something. A gray city is a concept that is kind of ugly, I think. This wall, it could be in color, and then we start, at the end of the series, we start painting names of colors. It says baby blue, and it looks like the police, they don't like it, and after 6 minutes we need to clean it. I don't know, maybe it wasn't exactly the correct gray color that the government was using, I don't know. Well, another series, that's another project we developed in Norway, in Hamar. It was a collaboration with a studio of architects, and they called us to make an intervention into this square. It was in the middle of the city, and it was a parking. And for us here in Spain, it's a difficult concept, because trying to, the main square of a city, as you have seen here in Salamanca, for example, is the place where people get in touch and start interacting with each other. So, and suddenly it's a parking. When parks go there, it's kind of boring. So the first action was moving all those cubes in order to change the perception of the place. And we got the inspiration from the Norwegian patterns that we saw it on the sweaters and in all the clothes of the people. And for them, it's a symbol of identity. So we took the inspiration from there, and the concept was to put a sweater to the park. It was a really quick intervention, just 3 days, 3 nights, and it was so funny to see, and how really nice to see at the end, at the result of the intervention, the last day when we were taking pictures of the result, to see how the kids start playing to the public space, and to see how people start jumping from one cube to another one, and suddenly the perception of what's going on in that place, it changed completely their minds. And this project, it was selected for the Architecture Biennale, and we were in last Biennale in Venice, and we have the chance to exhibit the project there in the Spanish pavilion. And what I really wanted to show you is this project we have now. We are developing worldwide. It's called Crossroads, and they are projects of participative urban art into pure communities. And what we try to do is involve people in order to change the perception of their own places through the art. So Diamond Inside, it was in Cape Town. It's a project we developed in 2011. And we were based and living in this neighborhood. It was called Woodstock. It's a very, very random community area. And through there, talking with the people, first days, what we're trying to do is to get inspiration from the people and trying to make something that is linked to that specific area. It's not the theory of the meteorite that arrives to a place and it doesn't take care about what's going on, what happens, doesn't takes care about the people. So we try to do something that could connect with them. So we choose a couple of spots, and based on the ideas of Mandela that everybody told us about inspiration. So we start painting these huge murals with big icons, very colorful, with positive messages. Because the people there told us that who knows if one of those kids is not going to be the next Mandela here. And the only thing he needs is a little bit of spark of inspiration. So we paint these positive messages like fight for your dream, discover the diamond inside you, one heart, one love. and we all share roots. Then through this first experience in Cape Town, we had the chance to visit Belokaya, Kaelitsa. It's a huge township of 3 million people living between containers. As you know, Cape Town is one of the cities with all those containers from big companies from Europe and north of the States, most of them. They arrive there, and suddenly once the containers are empty, it's cheaper to leave them than to take back to their originating places. So what's happened is the people live there, and there are groceries and hair stores, bars, all around there. So we found this place. It was called Belokaya, and there is a guy there that started running a program with bikes and into these containers, and he wanted to change it and to change the mind of the containers and the metal and try to make better place to live and to train the kids. So we start painting with them. We had a sponsor to find the materials and start painting. So we start working hand by hand with the community in order to change their own place. The result, again, we have been inspired by the clothes of all of them, and that was the result. After 3 days of working hand by hand, we changed completely the place. And that idea of working together with the community blow up our mind completely. This year, recently, we have been invited by the Panama Biennale, and we had the chance to visit El Chorrillo. El Chorrillo is a neighborhood at the outside of the city, and it's a really complicated area. There is only 9 streets, but there is 17 gangs strongly armed with heavy weapons, with fights every night, with gunshots. But at the same time, there is a beautiful community inside there. And what we detect is that all the houses in all the buildings, they have these patch tools, and the families that they have money to invest a little bit in paint, they start painting their own places. And at the end, the result is this patch tool, really colorful, that you can see all these huge buildings with some colors around there. So we had our area of intervention was this huge building, or 50 meters long and 5 floors. So that was our idea, our proposal. It says, we are light. As a result of the perception we have from the community, because there is this building, you can see it from the main road that arrives and gives you the welcome to the neighborhood. And it's a neighborhood that nobody takes care about it. And on the media, on the newspapers, all the ideas that they arrive from there is killing people, murdering people, and at the same time there's all these beautiful people that they never feel represented by all this ugly stuff that is happening around there. But at the same time, there's other things happening. So we start working with the community in order to change the image of the building. For first time for us, we have the chance to work in a place that there's not only an area of intervention, there's people living inside the art intervention. So we changed all the corridors, working hand by hand with all the neighborhoods. And the result was this. As I said, all the corridors that gives access to all the houses, we change it again, and also the interior of the letters that give access. Another project, this one was in Argel. Argel was called Argel, the White City, but it's not white anymore. After many years, they painted in white at the beginning, and all the first writings from the French, they say that it looked like a hill full of those sugar cubes. But after the years, is a patrimony from the UNESCO, and they gave them money 5 times to restore it, and the government kept the money and never arrived to the people. So, trying to think about an intervention that is respectful to the place and respectful to the identity of the people. We start thinking what we could do here. It makes no sense to come with those colorful with those colors that we have been employing in Panama. It's not the same identity. So we think that we should start working with white over white and give the white back to the white city. So at the end, the result was a series of walls. We, of course, in Arabic, painting white over white, and it's the distance between the time that what it shows the masterpiece. So here says enjoy every moment. That says love, beautiness, loyalty, light. This one I don't remember what it says. Sorry, my Arab is not so good. No good. And we are light. And this one it says enjoy. We all share the same sun. And then this is the last project I wanted to show you. It's called Luz nas Vielas. That means light in the alleyways. That was it took place in a favela of the north of Sao Paulo in 2012. It was called Brasilandia. And as you know, all the favelas have got this complex structure of cities with very complicated alleys. And there we found these becos and vielas that are the alleyways. It's where all the city and the pulse of the people, where you can see there is where the drug dealers are selling, and at the same time it's where the kids are playing and where the people interact with each other. So we choose a couple of spots and start painting again with the community in order to change the place. So here says beautiness, love again, strongness, proud, and sweetness. And we choose the words after talking with the community and after living. We spent 2 weeks living there and talking with them, and there are words that they use it during their normal life, but because of the result of this using, they lose the importance of that word. So we wanted to put it in value again. So we started working with them, and the result is this anamorphosis, and there's only one point of view from where you can see the result of the word. And if you move around the alley, you have this abstract landscape of white and colors, and it was really nice to see how all the kids bring their families at the last day and say, no, mom, you had to look it from here, you see? And it was really, really sweet. So and when you are in the middle, you can see that it's painted. It looks like Photoshop, but it's painted in there. So that's all. Thank you very much. And during those days, we'll be here in Salamanca painting a huge wall as a result of the WILD10 anniversary. Is in the city in front of the Corte Inglés. I don't remember the name of the street now. Sorry. But it's a huge wall of 26 meters. If you stop by, you will see it. María Auxiliadora. Yeah, Street María Auxiliadora 87. And if you have time and want to stop by, we'll be there with the team working in a huge crane. We started yesterday. So enjoy it.